Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video, I'm just going to go through building teams for Supremacy. Now, at the moment, I am currently ranked number 16. That will do for me. I don't particularly need to get any higher. I don't particularly fancy it. I do have 30 more attempts left, plus I have the 14 trials that you can pick up from the artifact level as well. It's really picked up over the past couple of times. Now, what I intend to do is I intend to save these for the final couple of minutes. So the last 5 to 10 minutes of arena or of the world arena. And let's see how long. Let's see, 1 second. Tell us how long. Yes, 1 day, 23 hours. So Thursday night for us, so it'll be not tomorrow, the day after. This will be around the time. Oh, excuse me. It's been a very long day. So this will be around that time that World Arena finishes. Now, what I'm going to do is just go through a defensive lineup for you guys. Now, this is a team setup that I have been working on. It's absolute garbage. Ignore that. Ignore that. It's absolute garbage. But yeah, these are the teams that I'm going for. I'm not particularly fussed if anybody sees them, because at the end of the day, you can predict the first two of them. But you can't build against the random order in which they appear. It's complete RNG. That is to say, it is complete random. Which teams match up against which teams. You can't really control it. These final 7 teams swap around at random, so you don't know who you're going to get. So you can't guarantee that this will be your 3rd team. You can't guarantee that this will be your 5th team fighting. It is what it is. Sometimes this is your 3rd team, sometimes this is your 4th, sometimes it's your 8th, sometimes it's the last team that pops up. In my experience, anyway. So what I've done is I've set my teams in such a way that they all have at least one central theme surrounding them, and we're going to make a couple of changes here. So first of all, I'm going to take Emily out, and I'm going to put Catherine back into this team. The reason for that is Catherine is far superior to Emily. Despite Emily having half red runes and at 15 stars, my Catherine is currently at 9 stars and has her exclusive runes back. I did give her exclusive runes to Woo for this season to try and give her a bit of a boost, but really she doesn't need it. What she does need is protection. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in Telenas. We're going to pop in Lee and Lillian Leah. Now, what I've done is I've built a Glorians team, so a legendary Glorians team, or the slate is legendary at the moment. But I've also built around a Monarch synergy as well, and you'll find that throughout the theme of the teams that I've built so far. So for this team, Audrey, Telenas, Lee, Lily and Leah, all Monarchs. I'm not sure why the Empress is not a Monarch. She is an enchanter, I believe, and there's not too many enchanters on the Ethereal team. But it is what it is. I did try and build around the seasonal synergy, the enigmas, but it is absolute garbage. It really is. It really doesn't do anything. It doesn't proc when you need to. I've just found it's absolute tripe, and it's not something that you should build around. Now the Soul Eaters team, on the other hand, that is a very good team to build around. Let me just fix some of these teams. So yeah, I'll show you in a sec. But the next team that I've gone for, the next visible team, would be Avengers. Sometimes you can look to counter Avengers with the Dooms team. Sometimes you can look to counter the Dooms team with the Avengers team. It all depends on the level of your Mavis, to be honest. But this is the team setup that I've gone for. I've got the two phantoms. Ooh. I've got the two phantoms. I've got two monarchs in Mavis and Aphrodite, and I've gone for Sal as well. If I wanted to be super secure, I could put Albert in there as well instead of Althea. The reason that I go for Althea over the Monarch build and over putting Albert in there is because of the instant revive. So if your entire team gets wiped out in, say, turn 1 or turn 2, then you have to wait until turn 3 before they all come back. Or you have to wait until the next round before they all come back. With Althea in there, they just come back instantly, which is why I'm not using Lachesis, why I'm not using Nerissa or Persephone as well. I think you could potentially change out Sal for Persephone, because Sal, he does soak up a lot of damage and can do a lot of damage, but you know, you do require his runes. As you can see, I've got my Sal's red runes at the moment. I've got him full red runes, full dodge, full unique, so that's absolutely fine for me. I enjoy the fact he's got dodge, but you can go with loads of different builds for Sal. It's a very versatile unit. But you can replace him for Lachesis. You can replace him for Persephone. I think replacing him for Persephone might be a little bit better. The reason for that is because of the Phantom synergy. So as we saw in this first team, you've got the Glorians, but also you've got the Monarchs as well. Now in this one, you go for the Avengers build, and again, you can either go for 3 Monarchs, you can go for 3 Phantoms, or you can go for Sal, just because he's a powerhouse. I chose to go with Sal because he's the best unit in my Avengers lineup, besides having a Persephone or having an Albert in there as well. Now, there we go. There you go. Third team. This, it looks like a random assortment of nonsense, and it is to a point. This team would not be you wouldn't be able to run this team outside of seasonal content. And the reason that I'm running it is because of the Soul Eaters effect. So, just in case you don't know, the Soul Devour effect can allows the caster to gain additional 150% of the attack, defense, and HP of each target affected by Soul Devour. Soul Devour gains 6 energy every time they receive healing, grants the hero the middle position of the back line. The Soul Devour ability at the start of battle applies Soul Devour to 2 random allies. Each 50 energy is consumed, 1 absorbed ally is returned, or all absorbed allies are returned upon the caster's death. Temporarily absorbs the target and uses a portion of their stats. Now, typically, what will happen is Cleopatra and, say, Arkdina or Dahlia will survive the Soul Eater. So Mastema, Athena, and Arkdina will all get eaten up, and then they'll return either the same round or the next round as well. What I've chosen to go with for this particular Soul Eaters build, because I have 2 of them, as you can see, I've deployed a lot of them already, but the reason that I've gone for this is because, firstly, there is a 5 Soul Eaters, 4 Royals, but there's also 3 Enchanters, and there is 3 Dooms as well. So this is a secret Dooms team. Cleopatra, with the amount of reflect that she does, the amount of reflect rate, she ends up by the end of round 3, after she's cast her ultimate twice, she ends up taking out the enemies with no problem, because she's got such high health, because of the royals that she absorbs. Because of the royals that she absorbs, Cleopatra gains massive attack, massive defense, and massive HP stacks as well. It's something to behold. It really is. Cleopatra just, yeah, it's fantastic. This build is absolutely fantastic. Relics, I've just gone for the stun relics. So I've gone for, or at least the control relics, should we say. So Leviathan applies control in the form of silence. The hammer applies stun, and this will increase HP for us whenever we do cast one of our relics. Now, next team, I've not talked about artifacts. I will talk about artifacts at the end once I've gone through the teams. If you want to fast forward through, absolutely fine, but I'm going to break down each team and why I've chosen to do them in this particular way. So I've chosen Victoria, Macaria on this Valiant's team because they are two monarchs. I've also chosen Leandra because she does combo quite well with Atrops, double ultimating on turn 1 and also double ulting on round 2 as well. Atrops in here, just a staple of the Valiant's team, and Elmer, the biggest tank engine that you've ever seen. He is absolutely fantastic. Counters a lot of funny enough, he counters the Soul Eaters synergy quite well because there's only 2 enemies usually on the field. If Elmer does get his taunt off, which he tends to, he normally attacks the middle slot here. So he disables the biggest unit. That is the biggest counter to the Soul Eaters synergy that I've seen. So yeah, is what it is. Now Team 5, I've gone for Soul Eaters again, just because I really do like this Soul Eaters synergy. Again, I think the Enigma synergy is absolutely horrible. I don't understand it. I've tried. I know a lot of other whales have tried it as well. They just don't get it, and neither do I, to be honest. Like, I understand you want your yes, let's just have a quick check on it. Like, you want here, so every time you use an active skill excluding ultimates, full stop, that's what makes the synergy terrible. The fact that the fact that you can only gain energy, no, consumes 50 energy to apply Phantom Illusion to a random enemy for 2 rounds. You temporarily recruit them. I've never seen this happen. I have never seen this happen, not once, with any Enigma build, besides potentially when you've got Aphrodite or when you've got Empress Wu on the field. When you consume that 50 energy, it happens maybe once throughout the battle. Building up that energy, if all your units are dead on turn 1, what is the point of this synergy? Now, you recruit the enemy hero. It has max HP set to 100% and attack to 300% of original values. Fine, whatever, is what it is. But this is just garbage. This synergy is complete garbage to me. I don't think it's any good. Soul Eaters, on the other hand, I've won in my match against Avi in Foggy. We fight quite often, and quite often I lose very badly to him. But I did win the first 2 matches against him using the Soul Eaters teams that I've shown off. So Hades, Bastet, Mulan, Gwyn, Lancelot, and then on the other team it was the exact same setup. I won those 2 matches. It speaks volumes when you win against somebody like Avi. I was about 1,000 power behind him, something like that in the actual match. Able to beat out no problem because of this Soul Eater synergy. Really powerful for me. So yep, Hades, Gwyn, Lancelot, Mulan, and Bastet. And if we have a look here, I have a mystifier sub-theme. So I've got 5 Soul Eaters. I have 3 protectors. This would be 4 protectors and 3 mystifiers as well. Now, again, I'm going to stress the point. As long as you have 2 synergies with 3 or more active, then it's usually going to be a good team. For this synergy in particular, I have 3 royals. I have 5 Soul Eaters, 3 protectors, 3 mystifiers. So that is, to me, that is the sign of a good team, because you've got the synergy there to back it up. Again, Hades devours whoever, and then whoever's left over. Hades usually comes out on top in most matches. I've not seen this particular team lose a match yet. When they do fight, they win. Now, I had Glorians as well, and I'm just going to pop Corolla in there. The reason that I'm going to pop Corolla in there is because she is a Glorian. It is what it is. It's either that or I can choose Marina. Now, Marina is up to 15 stars, but she does not have her exclusive runes. So for me, Corolla, because she's got exclusive runes, she gets the spot there. So I've gone the typical Glorians build. You've got your 3 strikers, you have 2 enchanters. So we've got 5 Glorians, 5 actual Glorians, 3 Royals, 3 strikers, and 2 enchanters as well. So very good build for me, with the fact that we've got a lot of synergy going on, and plus it's a full 5. Now, we discussed this before. I popped Catherine in over Emily. You can have Emily in this spot, but it's the 4 monarchs in this team that really, really put the work in. So as you can see again, we've got 5 mystifiers seasonal, 5 mystifiers normal, 4 royals, 4 monarchs, 2 deviants, and 2 celestials as well. So the fact that we've hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 synergies in total being combined within this team makes it a good team for me. The monarch synergy, especially given that survivability, really important as well. The last team, so this is Dooms. Now, as you can see, I've still got loads of Dooms left over. It's really a shame. If I had 10 teams, or if I needed 10 teams, I would build a Dooms team after this. But I am using the Dooms elsewhere, like in the Soul Eaters synergy specifically. But in this team, I've just gone for your 2 monarchs. This is a less powerful team because I'm using a lot of the Dooms teams within the Soul Eaters synergy as well. But we do have 5 Dooms normal, 5 Dooms seasonal. We have 2 royals, 2 monarchs. We have 2 deviants and 2 verdients as well. I did use Lee in this team, but Lee needs to go in this team. He really does, and he actually needs to go in this position. But Lee needs to go in this team. This is an absolutely perfect team. I say perfect. It'll probably lose, but it is what it is. Now, with this team, you've got Doris providing the reflect. You've got Lamia, tank, Merlin, he can soak up a lot of damage. Halissa is the main DPS for the team, and then Orphelia will pump the rest of the team up. Final team, last team, I've got standard ethereals. So again, Karnak, Eudora, Eloin, Lysandra, and Katrina do seem to pull it out the bag quite often. But in fact, what I'm going to do is take out Lysandra, and I'm going to put in Wukong, just because he's a higher star level. And plus, we've got the 3 protectors in this team now. So we've got Wukong, Karnak, and Katrina as protectors. We've got 4 royals. The only one who's not is Katrina. We've got 3 celestials, and then even 1 light seeker and 1 deviant in the form of Katrina and Wukong. But again, ethereals, they really do need, I think they just need a bit of help. I don't know what it is. Potentially a relic here. As you can see, I'm using Chaos Orb over any of the others. It's just because of a lack of relics. Again, your success in this mode is fully dependent on how many relics you've got and how well you build them. So as you can see, if we go through these teams, for this team, I've gone full relic setup, so spear, shield, and the chest as well. I have this chest, the sphere, and Hand of Tyr as well. I've already gone through the relics for these. For this one, I've gone for the saw blade, the mirror, and the attack increase. For this team, I've gone for corrode because we do again have a mystifier sub theme going on. Mystifier's protectors sub theme. So you've got the cauldron, I think it is. The cursed vessel, whatever it is, cursed vessel crown into book as well, very powerful. I've gone for banner here. I've gone for lantern into the Leah for the relics on this one. Standard Knight's Edge, plague bow, and Death Scythe, Knight's Edge, plague and plague bow for the Mystifiers team here. I've gone for the skeletal claw, or the claw, whatever it is, the whirling or the spinning blade, or the shuriken, and the scales for this team. And then finally, this is one of my favourite relics. gets 12 additional relic energy upon trigger of a critical hit. That happens quite often in this team, would you believe? So yeah, you build up that relic energy very quickly, which is why we're able to have 200 relics here. This one is only 80 for me, but the vase is actually, or the gourd is still 100. So again, that is team building for me. You know, it is what it is, but my advice for building teams for all of these 9, you need to have at least 2 synergies activated. You need to have your seasonal well, 3. You need your seasonal synergy, you need your normal synergy, so your seasonal synergy here, you need your normal synergy, you need a rune synergy active, or if worse comes to worse, you need a faction synergy activated. Is it a faction synergy? Yeah, it is a faction. So what I mean by that is your Celestials, Royals, but also you've got like Dawnbringers, Verdians, and Shadow Arcs as well. So having those activated, that is the best way to build teams. In my opinion, I've been wrong before, but for me, that is the best way to build teams, is getting as many of these synergies as you can possibly get crammed into one tiny little space here. So that's it from me. I'll leave you to your thoughts and whatever it is that you're doing for today. I do hope you have a fantastic day. You can like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And I will see you on the battlefield.